Hello again and welcome to another episode of I Want to Talk About This Album. And today, before I get to Scorpions' Virgin Killer, I should say that you might hear that I'm still struggling a little bit with my voice. So please bear with me as my voice is not up to its normal gold standard as so many people around the world have come to know it and love it and appreciate it. It's not quite there, but I will do my best to get through this episode. And so, yeah, this is Scorpions' Virgin Killer, and I'll just briefly get into why I'm going to do this album today, because I got this album some time ago, and I haven't done a Scorpions record for 3, 4, 5 months. I don't know, it's been a long time. I'm going through them. I've still got 2 more Scorpions albums to do, so if you like Scorpions, you can stick around for 2 more in the coming months. I don't know when. But the reason why I wanted to do this today is I've been a little bit in Scorpions mode, because, you know, they started their Las Vegas residency last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever it was, by the time this video shows up. And, you know, that kind of inspires me to go back and listen to some old Scorpions. And, you know, also, they've been posting, in the last couple of months, they're always posting great stuff on their YouTube channel. And recently they posted 2 full concerts. One was from Japan in 1983, maybe. Another one, God, I can't remember, but from Germany in 82 or 83, 81, 84, somewhere around there. And my God, Scorpions are just incredible. What an amazing band. I think somewhat overlooked in terms of, you know, they're maybe overshadowed a little bit by Iron Maiden and Judas Priest, even though Iron Maiden came out significantly later. Iron Maiden's first album came out, I guess, 8 years after Scorpions' first album. But oh my God, Scorpions are just incredible, and including this album, which I will get to momentarily. I think I always draw these parallels. I think I've talked about it before between Scorpions and Judas Priest, because I got into them around the same time. I first heard Scorpions in '82 with Blackout, and Judas Priest also in '82 with Screaming for Vengeance. Was that '82? Yeah, it was '82. Yeah, because Defenders of the Faith was late '83. So, I didn't know at that time, but each of them had 6 or 7 or 8 albums before that. So, they're both heavy metal bands. They both started, the first Scorpions album was 72. First Judas Priest was 74, 73, somewhere around there. Double twin axe guitar attack, whatever you want to call that. Great singers, but to me, the more I listen to old Scorpions and the more I listen to old Judas Priest, and I do still have I still have 4 Judas Priest records to go through. Oh my God, Scorpions are just, for me, I enjoy them way, way, way more than Judas Priest. It's not even close. Let's say the 3 big metal bands of that era, Scorpions, Judas Priest, and Iron Maiden. Let's just say Scorpions and Judas Priest. For me, Scorpions just destroy Judas Priest. And Judas Priest is okay, but they have some clunkers. Scorpions haven't really disappointed me yet. And continue to not disappoint me with this album, Virgin Killer. You may notice, if you have good eyes, that this is not the original album cover. And you know why it's not the original album cover? Because if it were the original album cover, I might end up in jail. That's right. Go ahead and Google, put Safe Search on, or hide your cookies, or whatever you have to do to not be detected by the authorities. Use a VPN if you want to look at the original album cover, if you don't know. Scorpions' Virgin Killer. I have seen it at El Chopo, at least in a couple of different stands. It's really expensive. It's like 2,000 pesos or something. And I always feel weird when I look at it. I don't want to look at it either directly. Kind of like an eclipse. You kind of want to get the essence of it, but you don't want to stare at it directly, the original album cover. And you definitely don't want to hold it too long or look at it. And I think I did once ask about the price, which kind of made me feel like I was doing something wrong. And it was, I guess I said it was very expensive. So this is the alternate album cover. And there's all these Scorpions reissues, I think, that came out last year. Yeah, 2023. They all have the same generic hype sticker. It says special edition, remastered from the original tapes on 180 gram heavyweight. Colored vinyl. I didn't realize that. In soft, I think I knew, but I forgot. In soft touch sleeve. It's like silk panties, maybe. or Satin Sheets. Madonna likes to sing about satin sheets. I've realized in my little mini adventures with Madonna's recently that she has 2 songs in which she sings about satin sheets. So this has soft touch sleeves. And this album, now I'm not overly familiar with it. I downloaded this, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years ago. I went back and downloaded all the Scorpions catalog. I already had everything from Love Drive, Animal Magnetism, Blackout, Love at First Sting, Savage Amusement, Crazy World. I had all that. But I wanted to go back and get their older stuff. And, oh, it's really, really good. Really good. I like it a lot. Mostly like it a lot. So I do have to rely a little bit on some notes there. There are some songs that I'm familiar with enough that I don't need the notes, but I have the notes as that's my security blanket. So yeah, this is a really, really good record. I can't, going back and listening to the old Scorpions records, Taken by Force is my favorite for sure. And beyond that, I really don't know. But this is a really excellent hard rock / heavy metal record. So let me open it and see what color this vinyl is. All right, let me do it this way. All right. I can't remember what color the other ones were. I've done Lonesome Crow was not part of this reissue series because I guess it was on a different record label, but I've done, I did Fly to the Rainbow, Taken by Force. Was that all? And this one, I feel like I did another one. I'm not sure. Anyway, let me take a look here. All right, and I remember these they're it's getting cloudy all of a sudden. These covers feel kind of waxy. They have a really interesting texture to them, waxy texture, and they had nothing in them, no insert, nothing. Yeah, just plain black sleeve. I hate that. And this appears to be blue, and there it is. If you like that kind of thing, if you like blue, maybe you should go and buy this record. Or more importantly, if you like Scorpions, you should go and buy this record. There it is. So the first song is Pictured Life, as I try to get this back in its home. I'll put that there. So let me go to the notes here. So yeah, Pictured Life. Oh man, this one, immediately, in the very first note you hear in this is a wailing guitar solo. In the intro, it's Uli Jon Roth who's playing on this record, and he's just wailing on this. There's some cowbell also in that intro. What a way to start an album. Wailing guitar and cowbell. And the chorus, into the rock, da-na-na, through all. What is it? Into the rock, da-na-na, through walls of red dreams, into the rock, da-na-na. That's a very good Scorpion song. A little bit strange for an opening song, despite the wailing guitar. But that's a very good song. And I'm not going to have too much to say about this record because I'm not that familiar with it. Next is Catch Your Train. More immediately, as soon as the song starts, the first thing you hear is this fucking wailing guitar solo right off the bat. And this is a very, raucous, energetic, song. And just not just the guitar in the intro, but through the whole song, there's amazing guitar in Catch Your Train. Number 3 is In Your Park, and can you believe it? More wailing guitar immediately as soon as the song begins. And then it kind of turns into a ballad rocker, like a hybrid ballad rocker, similar to No One Like You. And I've never known, is No One Like You from Blackout, is that a rock song or is that a ballad? It's kind of both, and I think In Your Park, I Want to Walk in Your Park. I'm not sure if that's suggestive of something, but he says, I want to walk in your park. The next one is Backstage Queen. Now this one, for me, this is an all-time great, just a classic Scorpion song from this era. Amongst my top, 3, 4, 5, 6, of this 70s era Scorpions, at least before the classic lineup, starting with Love Drive, Animal Magnetism, things like that. And the very first seconds of it, and there's no wailing guitar intro in this one, but it reminds me of, and I know the song that I'm going to talk about came 9 years later, which was a cover of a song from like 1965. The Rolling Stones, Let's Spend the Night Together. Keel did a cover of that on The Right to Rock in 1985. And this song, Backstage Queen, just the first 2 or 3 seconds, sounds like, because Keel's version of Let's Spend the Night Together is pretty different than the Rolling Stones version. So anyway, I always thought from the first time I heard this song, which was only probably 6 or 7 years ago, I thought, oh, that sounds like Keel, Let's Spend the Night Together. And the vocal melody of this really reminds me of Loving You Sunday Morning, the first song from Love Drive, which is another great, great Scorpions song. I just love this song. It's so catchy and so fun. Hey little, I can't sing. Hey little Donna. Hey little Donna, sweet little Donna, you know. I love this song. What a kind of a little bit of a sexy song. You wanted my love. You wanted my love. You wanted my love, and I gave it to you. Yeah, great, 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 amazing Scorpion song. Backstage Queen, my little backstage queen. I apologize for the voice always, but especially today. Next is Virgin Killer. This again, just raucous, energetic, upbeat, kind of wailing song. This has, the other ones I mentioned had wailing guitar. This one I would say has wailing vocals. Klaus Meine is just screaming about the Virgin Killer. And then I think it would be side 2. Is that right? Yeah, Hellcat. She's a Hellcat. This is Uli Jon Roth singing. Now, one small thing I don't really like about this album is there are 9 songs on it, which is fine, but 2 of them are sung by Uli Jon Roth. Now, he's a great guitar player. I talked about this with some other Scorpion songs that Uli Jon Roth sang. If you've got Klaus Meine in the band, just be thankful for that and let him sing all the songs. But I do like Hellcat. It's a good song. I think the guitar in this one was maybe like, because this came out one album before or 2 albums before Sales of Charon. It was this. Did In Trance come out just before this or just after? I think just before. So I think Sales of Charon on Taken by Force was right after this. I think this was a little bit of a preview. The guitar in Hellcat reminds me a little bit of Sales of Charon. And maybe I've never heard anybody say this before, and not that I'm breaking news here, not that I'm the most original person to think these things, but isn't Hellcat, is it possibly the first rap rock kind of song? There's, to me, clearly elements of some rap in Hellcat. I've never heard anybody talk about this. Maybe I'm an originator. Next is Crying Days. This one is, what a great, great song this is. It has kind of these kind of sinister, dark, kind of heavy notes. Similar later to Animal Magnetism. Doesn't sound like, but just it's got that same vibe to it. In the intro, it's kind of these sinister, heavy notes. And then it kind of tricks you that the first verse is kind of quiet. And then like Paul Stanley says, then it gets rough. And then it goes back to quiet, I think. And that's an excellent song, Crying Days. Maybe overlooked, I don't know, in the annals of Scorpions, from this era of Scorpions. I don't know how any of these songs are perceived, but I think Crying Days is an excellent song. And then the last 2 songs bring the album down a little bit. If they were, for me anyway, if they were spread amongst, track 3 and track 8 or something. But because they're both together, it brings the album down a little bit. So the second to last song, which is called the penultimate song, is Polar Nights. And this is also Uli Jon Roth singing lead. And it's okay. There's nothing really special about this song. And the last song is Yellow Raven, which is also, it's okay, but there's nothing great about the song. It didn't really stand out to me. It's kind of quiet, and it's not a ballad, but it's quiet and mellow throughout. And for me, never really goes anywhere. There's nothing that really stands out about it. Yet those last 2 songs, despite the last 2 songs, I still like this album a lot. And when I say this album, I'm referring to this one with the nice handsome guys on the cover. of the Scorpions instead of I think she was a prepubescent girl on the original cover of this album by Scorpions, which is called Virgin Killer.